Listen to former head of service, Dr. George Nweke. He leveled a lot of allegations to Governor Simi Fubara. Heavyweight allegation. Listen to him, and after we'll come back.
First, it all started with the State House of Assembly, where the governor, Fubara, directed his chief of staff to burn down the assembly in a way to avert the suspected impeachment. That evening, Edison was in government house with many of his boys, including the former chairman of Obiakbo, one Mr. Chijoke Ihunwo. I was there with them when a bag of money was handed over to Edison for that operation, though I did not actually know what it was meant for or the amount inside. I want to tell Rivers people today, the House Assembly was complex. In Moscow Road was clearly brought down by the door of Edison and some of his cohorts. Under the instruction of the sitting governor then, I challenged them to an open confrontation, and this will make us to throw more light on this. A day after that incident, I almost resigned, but I was very scared because I know the power of a sitting governor, and he knew that I'm aware of the whole plan and that I am discomforted with the unconscionable acts and deliberate posture of innocence and mien of a sheep. Another attempt was also made to destroy the residential quarters of the House Assembly members, if not for the press conference that was made there by Rivers youths, Rivers elders, and National Assembly members. That would have been another barbaric demolition in Rivers State. I came to realize that they actually wanted to demolish that second building because after some weeks, the governor personally told me, a company of others, that he knew that if he knew early, he would have gone to pull down their hall before visiting the residential quarters of the assembly, and that he didn't actually know what they had, that they had such a beautiful hall where they are using now for sitting. I was so shocked, really shocked. And I asked myself, how could a man that wants to lead his people be destroying his state's assets and wasting public funds in a needless ego fight? Thirdly, I want to advise some key stakeholders who have condemned the state of emergency made by the President and confirmed by National Assembly to retract their statements. They are speaking from points of ignorance. I also understand that they are only seeing the surface. Yes. If they had knowledge, they will even be commending Mr. President even openly. If the President did not take proactive steps, no one knows who would have been affected by the sinister plans that we are cooking. While I thank Mr. President for the state of emergency that was declared in Rivers State for a period of 6 months, I will plead with him not to give up on Rivers State affairs, because a lot is going on there with Governor Fubara. One of the factors that got me removed was when Governor Fubara told me that they will use the judge to decide who will become the next president of Nigeria. And I asked him, how will that work? Is it by votes or by what means? I'm still worried. I'm still worried. He clearly told me that he is the chief security officer of Rivers State and his brother is in charge of Bayelsa State. And all the pipelines are under their care, that at the appropriate time, they will tell the boys what to do, and fund was not an issue at all. That was when he made that statement in his public function, that, and I quote, "I will tell the boys what to do at the appropriate time." Deep down in me, I knew that something was up, and perhaps the time was near. He boasted to be the David that will bring down the Goliath of Rivers State, that he has the backing of of the creme de la creme in the state, the likes of our former governor, Dr. Peter Odele, and family, promised to use their contacts in the judiciary, including some members of the University Council, to break new grounds for him. The plan was to start from just-speaking areas to destroy oil facilities, to remove attention from the job and make it have a statewide look. The Goni, Oyibo, and other areas were to be bombed first before the Jaw zones. This would have brought down the government of President Tinubu and usher in a new president from the coalition of political parties with a vice president, possibly himself, as he was posted. The media was recaptured by paying heavily for airtime and retaining the social media influencers and known social critics in their payroll. I'm not aware of what this revelation means, but I'm doing this to free my conscience and warn those innocent persons that are used to sway public sentiment that there is more than meets the eyes in the reverse matter. Sometime I sleep over in government house, it has started becoming very uncomfortable when Governor Bala Muhammad and some other stakeholders started several natural visits to Rivers State. I recall that one of such visits, he told me that he would support Bala Muhammad for president or any other northerner. That discussion is still ongoing, I'm very sure. I was not bothered about who he supports or not. I was more concerned about the quantum of state resources that were being released to these visitors at each of those unwanted visits. Let me draw the attention of Nigeria Labour Congress to call the chairman of the Rivers State chapter to order to avoid politicizing labor. I am privy to several private meetings between the governor and the labor leaders in the state, and largesse that accompanied each meeting to compromise the labor union. And I was to ask, why? What is actually the benefits to get from all this unnecessary destruction? More worrisome is several meetings between the governor, his chief of staff, and some military leaders. Details of these meetings are not privy to, since I was not allowed into such meetings. However, each meeting ended with huge sums of money better than this in hard currency. I wish to state categorically that Rivers people are indeed Nigerians are the beneficiary of the declaration of state of emergency rule in Rivers State.
Oga Head of Service, you made a lot of allegation. What now they see here now, true picture of Wike man. You are just an head of service. You're not even a politician. So, as head of service you are, a politician will tell you all the secret. A politician, Nigeria politician, will tell you all the secret. Anyways, but remember, they said who alleged must do what? Prove. Oga, if you prove all this allegation, you go full prove them because the allegation too much. You see, all these things look like a written script. All this your big press conference, just like written script written by Wike and gang. I didn't see any truth in all your press conference. No truth. For me, I didn't see any truth. But anyways, you don't talk am now, you don't talk am. You don't collect your money, you don't collect your money from Wike and gang. No shaking. Governor Simi Fubara, an accusation now. Defend yourself. But for me, I don't see any truth here. Governor Fubara, or should I say suspended Governor Fubara, first in history. Come and prove yourself innocent if you're innocent, because your former head of service don't accuse you of having hand in bombing pipeline and many other things. Accusation. It's very big accusation. So, Oga Governor, prove yourself innocent. And Dr. Nweke, also you need to prove all your accusation. Anyways, thank you very much. I will still keep on following this developing story. Never State is hot. We keep on following this developing story. We see where it ends. Anyways, that's all it be for today. Thank you very much. Subscribe to my channel. Let's grow this channel together. Thank you.